Let this light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside.
Pretty Bella, I see you. Good evening.
Inside.
Happy Thursday to you. I hope you're good. Gold, I see you. Golden Julius. Kwaku Ebenezer. Good evening. Lady Gold. I see you. Good evening.
Let this light that's within me shine to the whole world.
Welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal. Good evening. Kwaku, I hope you're good. Happy Thursday. I don't know, it's like the week, the month is going so fast. But we thank God. All around me. Naomi, good evening. Princess, I see you. I hope we're keeping well. Oh. Adebowale, good evening to you. Thank you, Naomi. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you. So I'm going to send to all my followers coming up on my screen. And please do the same. If you click down for about 3-4 seconds on your screen, you see some names that will pop up. Those are your followers. Just help me send to all of them. Let them be part of our Inside Talk today. Hey, I think it might be hot today. The weather is hot enough already, but we have to talk about these things. We need to find solutions, ways of managing things, ways of coping, so that, you know, we can keep enjoying the essence of our marriage relationship. Yes, today on Inside, we talk about marriage relationship talks. I had to squeeze that topic in there, but I'm sure you understand what it means anyways. Thank you. I see you. Thanks for joining. Good evening. Happy Thursday. Let's invite our friends, especially our married friends, because the economy really is taking a toll on everybody, so we have to talk about these things. Zara, I see you. Good evening. Lola, good evening. Inside. All around me.
Inside. Bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow. The promise, the future, and life.
Ali, I see you. Good evening.
Let the light that's within
Love,
me shine to the
love.
whole
Let me use
world.
my phonics now. Love tough, I see you. The Lord is my. I see you. The Lord is my what actually? The Lord is my strength. Wow. I see you, Cherry Dolls. I see you. Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to be inviting us after my talk. We're going to come into the boxes and talk some more about this topic today. It's a crucial one, somewhat a sensitive one as well, but it's affecting marriages. Maxima, I think I see you. Chris, good evening to you. Dolls, good evening. I hope you're feeling good today. It's been a lovely day. This is the day the Lord has made. Indeed, we ought to rejoice and be glad in it. I know life's challenges can be somewhat make us feel sad. Liberty, I see you, but we still have to be grateful. They say when there's life, there is hope. You know, yeah. I'm encouraging viewers to share the live and invite more friends. TikTok, yes, I'm on it. Don't know whether it's a reminder, it's just to help spur me on. Yeah. Okay, dolls, it's good to have you back. Thank you for liking the live already. So I'm gonna go into the talk shortly because I'm mindful of time. Time. It's just flying by so quickly. I hope our week has been good, and I hope the month of April has been treating us well. So far, so good. Yeah, we have to be grateful. I am grateful. Daily Pills. Oh, wow. I hope you are good. Thanks for joining us here on Insight. Treasure, you're welcome. I'm gonna start with my talk today. We're looking at this crucial topic. Oftentimes it tends to affect the marriage relationship if not well managed. So we cannot look away and hoping it's going to resolve itself, or it's going to, somehow just poof in the air and just vanishes away. Yes, we have to talk about it. Husband and wife need to sit down. If you have to get your cup of tea, your orange juice, your soup, whatever it is, please be comfortable and let's reason together. Let us reflect about this. Is it affecting our relationship currently? Is it? Esther Johnson, I see you. A13, good evening to you. I hope you're good. Thanks for joining and already liking the live. Thank you so much. So yeah, once again, everyone, welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal. Wherever you're joining from, I wish you a happy Thursday and I hope you're good wherever you are. So we're looking at financial pressure in marriage. Financial pressure in marriage. Aze, I see you. Good evening. The Lord is my... I can actually see your full name now. Uncle Sumbo, good evening to you. Thank you, A13. Gracias. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my brother from another mother. Thank you so much. Yes, financial pressure in marriage is what we're looking at today. And like I said, somewhat a sensitive talk. If this is rubbing off on you in a very sensitive way, please do reach out after this live. Let's talk about it, because there's always solution. It's when we don't find solution that it seems we're just at a wit's end. Nothing is going to come out of it. But there's always solution for every problem in life. I believe strongly there's always a solution. How we now find the solution is a different ball game altogether. But all the same, you're welcome. God over everything. Wow, it's been a long time. I hope you're good. Thank you for joining me here today. So, financial pressure in marriage, you can give it a subtitle: Navigating Money Matters with Unity and with Wisdom. It requires unity of heart, of purpose, and it requires a lot of wisdom. Trust me, it does. Otherwise, we find people going their separate ways because of this financial pressure issues or situations, and it brings about all sort of conflicts, all sort of what is the word now? Anger. It brings about a lot, but I don't want to jump my notes because I'm going to go steady into it. So finances are one of the most common sources of stress in marriage. I'll say that again. Finances are one of the most common sources of stress in marriage, and money influences a lot of things in our marriage relationship. Money influences our daily living. Jordan, I see you. Madam Favor, good evening. Money influences decision making, lifestyle, future planning, a whole lot of things in a marriage relationship, from paying bills to meeting expectations. Financial pressure can weigh heavily even on couples if it's not well managed. Oh, thank you so much, Kenneth Peters. Good evening, my wonderful elder. Good evening. Good to see you, sir. Happy Thursday to you. So many marriages are not damaged by lack of love. Oh, it's not like they don't love each other, but financial stress combined with poor communication can actually destroy a marriage. So we need to be mindful of this. So the key question is not just how much money do we have, but how we are managing it together. It goes a long way, how we're managing it together. And mind you, I always say my talk is not one size fits all. That's why I always say, let's sit down and reflect together. Some things I might say might not work for you in your family dynamic or marriage dynamic. I get it, but it's an issue with finances. It still has to be addressed somehow. So let us put heads together and find a solution that best suits everyone. Frank, good evening. I see you. So what is financial pressure in marriage? Let's break it down some more. I love saying that. Let's break it down so that we all have that understanding. And as many that will be listening to this talk today or will be part of this live today, I pray that whatever financial pressure you're going through, God will give you divine wisdom, divine ideas, divine solutions to your particular financial pressure that will bring about peace in your marriage relationship. That is my prayer for you and I. Diana, I see you. Good evening. So, yes, what is financial pressure in marriage? Amen. I say amen too. Financial pressure refers to the stress, and I stress that stress and tension caused by money-related challenges in any marriage relationship. As long as, your husband and wife, some would say they're partners, they're living together, whatever dynamics it is, money will always be issue sometimes, and you really have to talk about it before it brings unnecessary pressure, causing tension, causing stress, and then it's affecting every other area of your marriage relationship. So, like I said, financial pressure refers to the stress and tension caused by money-related challenges in a marriage relationship, and this include insufficient income. Maybe once upon a time, both of you used to work for whatever reason. One is out of work, or you're trying to start a business, and then there's just money, financial strain, kind of. So when there's insufficient income, of course, there will be challenges. When there is debt in the family, as in DEBT, because the pronunciation is like debt, DET, debt. That can affect any marriage, any financial aspect of any marriage, really. Overspending. This one is not like there's no money, but somebody or both of you are overspending. It's going to bring pressure at some point. You might not be able to handle the consequences of that. Noga Panti, I see you. Good evening. And again, differing financial habits. One is a saver, one is a spender. There will be pressure. There will be challenges, and it can bring about stress, and then it will disrupt the flow of peace in your marriage. Unmet expectations sometimes. You know as a family you cannot afford this, but one person really wants this, and it's like unmet expectations, but then it's causing financial pressure. So you really have to sit down and learn to manage what you have such that you still get the good things of life. Everything has its time. You don't put pressure or stress on yourself or on your spouse. Really, there has to be communication about all of these things I'm mentioning, which I'm coming to shortly. So it is important to know that financial pressure is not only about lack of money. Yeah, I'll put this out there, but often about lack of agreement and understanding. And it goes a long way. Really, it does go a long way, because it affects other aspects of the marriage if care is not taken. So let's look at the common causes of financial pressure. So that way you can have a bit of understanding as well. So, number one, I'm going to talk about a major, always when you talk marriage talk, is the lack of communication. But this time around, causes of financial pressure is lack of communication. When couples do not openly discuss their finances, somebody is assuming this person has money, or this person will take care of this and all of that, and then it brings about misunderstandings. Misunderstanding will arise when you don't have that communication, when you don't have that understanding, and then you're putting financial pressure on both yourself and your spouse, or on the on the other person. Even it depends really on what is happening in terms of the pressure coming in. Again, another cause is financial mindset, as in different financial mindset. My mindset is, okay, £100 is coming in, we'll save 20, we'll use 50 to do bills, and all of that. And your spouse will, no, save. Oh, we'll save later, and then they want to spend everything. And then as long as everybody is happy, even if you don't have a savings or whatever, they're good. And then there's difference of opinion in terms of the financial management mindset. So one partner may prioritize saving while the other prioritizes spending. There will be pressure, there will be issues. So you have to sit down. First thing, communication. Talk about things. You have to always be on board, because whatever money is coming in, fine, you're going to spend on the family, you're going to spend it on whatever it is, but it has to be a discussion. And the moment, everybody knows what somebody is doing, this person is doing, we are on track. And once in a while, you can get stuck. And say, for example, I'm supposed to pay water bill, and for whatever reason, my insurance is gone out, my this and all of that, and I'm almost short. I can go to my partner or my husband to say, look, darling, this month, I've paid many bills and I'm kind of short. I don't want this one to fail. And you help one another. It's not like, oh, it's your business, it's not my business, whatever. No, we're not going to do that. Otherwise, we're going to bring stress in that relationship. So one partner may prioritize saving, other might want to just spend. There will be issues. So we really need to be on board at the same level in order to have peace where finances is concerned. Again, another common cause of financial pressure in a marriage, I feel honestly, is debt and obligations. And this one, in fact, I've heard of cases where man, woman, whichever one, had huge debts on their bill, in their name, and they did not disclose this to their spouse, and they kept planning the marriage, kept adding more debt to make sure that they fulfill their own financial commitment towards the marriage preparation, and all of that. And they did not disclose to their spouse that they are like penniless almost. And then, the spouse feel anytime they needed to put money together, oh, this person, always on time and all of that. So never had an idea that, oh, no, everything is fine. After they got a good job, you can see, And then the wedding day, oh, I'm there, everybody dancing. Oh, love me, oh, need me, we'll dance. So I will never find another lover sweeter than you, sweeter. All those love songs. You even go to the cultural, you will dance, you will rock the day, because the happiest day of your life. Yeah, if you're lucky, people will spray you money, you get a bit of token, and all of that financial support here and there. You dance, everybody would okay, let's come back to reality. After the wedding, in fact, let me be gracious, after the honeymoon, because you would have booked for the honeymoon after the wedding, and all of that, you go for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, and then you come back to reality. Now you're living together in the same house. Now, all of those debts, letters coming into the same house. Somebody can just pick up any letter and open, we're newlyweds. Oh, my husband's got a letter, my wife's got a letter. You just open, honey, they're writing you that you've missed 1 payment or 10 payments, and then something now hits you like, You check the name again. This cannot be me, and you now find out it's your spouse's name, and you see the long bill of debt that they have neglected attending to, and now probably issues are coming in, bailiffs, letter, this and that, and all of that. Loans, credit cards, and family responsibilities can increase stress. And this one, they're just about starting this family. But because they did not communicate more about their finances, or one person was withholding information about their finance and, just going with the flow. Of course, they have a good job, don't get me wrong. So that kind of covers anyone really looking deep. I don't think they've got issues with money. Meanwhile, there are big issues. Debt and obligations. These are things, before you even go into marriage, you need to talk about. You need to know what the other person is struggling with. You need to know where are they financially as well, because they may be able to cope in other areas, but financially they might become a burden which you're not prepared for. So be mindful. All of these things you have to sit and talk about it. And even whilst you're married, for those who have been married for years and years, these are things you can talk about. You know, honey, these credit cards, they're not helping us. Let's find a way paying them back and returning it. Sit down and agree and chip in as much as both of you have agreed and things like that. So take care of that responsibility whilst you're in it together through effective communication. Again, another cause of financial pressure or financial stress is job instability or loss of income. I mean, from time to time, apart from you looking for a new job, you find out that either you're made redundant or the company is closing down somehow, it's affected you, or they say, oh, sorry, we're moving our company to China now. Obviously, you can't relocate there, even if you wanted to, So job instability or loss of income can bring financial pressure, especially when they're abrupt, when you don't have signs that these things was going to happen. For example, a company downsizing, a company closing down, or whatever it is. I've had that in my lifetime as well. I've gotten redundancy package from IBM. Can you imagine that? No disrespect to any company, but I mean, I got the redundancy because they were moving out of the nation that I was at the time. So unexpected financial changes can create anxiety and uncertainty, especially when as that income is coming, you're just putting them into all sorts, and then one part of that financial income ceases. Is going to bring a bit of anxiety, if not much, and like uncertainty, because now there's no job for this person. You might think, oh, because of your field and all of that, you will get the job in no time. And then you find out, oh my God, you've been searching for 2 months, 3 months, oh my goodness, 6 months. And all this financial responsibility ain't stopping. They're not gonna stop. So we won't fight each other all the time, would we? Lala, good evening. I see you. Welcome. Samando, good evening. So loss of job, especially unexpectedly, will bring about financial pressure. But it's not the end of the marriage, is it? Should it be? You just have to sit down again, communicate again. Honey, I'm looking for work. Let's cut down on certain expenses for now, so that we don't put stress on ourselves, we don't pressurize ourselves. There's certain things that you have to just cut away. But if it's like, oh no, it's always been since yesterday, today, forever, I must have this, I must do this, and then you don't want to understand what the situation is, you're going to be pressurizing one another unnecessarily, and this will bring about anxiety, and the person can't even focus to look for a job the way they would want to, because they're always thinking about money. Oh my goodness, that income that has stopped is affecting majorly bills that needs to be paid and stuff like that. That's a lot of stress, that's a lot of pressure. So we need to be mindful. That is another cause. And another cause is lifestyle pressure. Trying to meet societal expectations or comparing with others can lead to overspending. Mind you, this one is your choice. JJ, I see you. Lifestyle pressure. Your lifestyle. You're the one putting pressure, unnecessary pressure on yourself based on society expectations of you. If in this period I'm managing finances, or my family is only Gary, as my people will say, Gary we can drink, let's drink our Gary and be happy. Because once upon a time, we were the one eating turkey, eating whatever. It's just the way we found ourselves. I don't say, wow, me in this lifetime drink Gary. Oh no, I can't. Hey, who are you competing with? Lifestyle pressure. Don't put that on yourself. Don't put that on your spouse. Don't even put that on your marriage. Bright, I see you, Bright Beanie. You're welcome. Shan, good evening. Trying to meet societal expectations or comparing with others can lead to overspending. You spend the money you don't have. Honestly speaking, hey, I just thank God for my life. Sometimes you might be out and about, not that you want to do shopping or whatever, and you see this lovely top, and you go there and say £5. I say, it's so beautiful to be £5. If I buy this now, and maybe some people ask, I love your t-shirt, how much is it? How can you say £5? They will look down on you. You now put pressure. Either you go and lie, you say, oh, it's £50, just to, or you now tell them, oh, it's from America or somewhere. Hey, what's the big deal? My dear, even me, I was surprised when I saw it. £5, I bought it because it's nice. Period. Don't put lifestyle pressure on top of the financial pressure. Things you can't afford, and then you go even overspending. You need to be mindful, and this one comes again under communication. Don't put yourself, talk to yourself. Be reasonable. This time you're in. Hey, somebody has lost their job, or money is not coming in as you thought, or maybe both of you have businesses or whatever, and money is not flowing. Better stop overspending. Better stop comparing yourself and manage your lifestyle pressure that you're bringing on yourself. So be careful, because these things, they have effect on us, whether we see it or not. It would have effect on you, your spouse, your children, the whole family. Uncle T, I see you. Zoe, good evening. So let's look at the effect of financial pressure on marriage. Like I say, it will have effect whichever way, however subtle. Once something shifts in that finances coming in, a lot of pressure might just come in. So let's look at the effect of pressure on marriage. Conflict and argument. Money-related disagreements can become frequent because we all know the money is not enough. Stop fighting each other. Rather sit down, put heads together, how you can manage so you're still surviving, pending when the business will flow, or pending when you get a new job, or pending when you start something new, whatever it is. Effect can cause emotional stress. Hey, they say especially women. Who says men don't have emotion? Hey, you don't want to see. You don't want to see that. I've had cases, with clients, and my goodness, some men like that, they're struggling to find work, and they're so bitter. They're bitter about everything. So they've got emotion, and they feel like the world is just moving and they're there. Emotional stress. They may not verbalize it. They may not say it out to you, but, oh, trust me, it's there, especially for a man. Emotional stress, financial strain can lead to worry. They won't sleep, heart palpitations, anxiety. Some may even go into depression, depending on whatever financial, pressure that is coming in. Frustrations, anxiety. Hey, don't even begin. It brings that to a husband and to the wife, no matter what, no matter the gender. These are stress that financial pressure can bring to anyone, really, whether you're a man or a woman. And again, another effect is blame and resentment. We're talking about this thing so we don't allow it to bring that bitterness in our marriage, and then you don't know how long this thing is going to last for. Some will now say, you know what? After all, go your way, I go my way. No, because of finances. It's a season, and season come and season go. No matter how long it is, it will come and go. But it's what we do whilst in that season that matters a lot. Whether we're still going to enjoy peace in our home, or it's going to be frustration, bickering, fighting, blaming, resenting, and all of that. So partners may begin to blame each other for the financial difficulties, even when it's somebody's fault. Maybe they've gone to invest in something and it's backfired, even at that. Because if they've invested and money came doubly, I don't think you will resent them either. So let's be gracious to one another. It's very important. And again, another effect of financial pressure is loss of trust. Hidden spendings or lack of transparency would damage the trust. Remember the example that I gave, planning a wedding, not knowing that the man, fine, he's got a good job, but he's in debt up to his neck. And he never said anything about his financial challenge to the spouse. They planned the wedding, did the wedding, went for honeymoon, came back, and then the trouble begins. So, hidden spending. One day it will be exposed. No matter how long it is, it will be exposed. When you're not transparent, it will damage the trust you have for each other. Some men, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm going on with men. Some men will lose their job, and in the morning they'll wake up, wear their suit up, like put their perfume off, they go, but they've lost their job, and they can't even tell their spouse, my dear, I've lost my job. Or maybe I've been sacked or fired, or the company is moved and everybody's made redundant, or what. They can't even tell their spouse, and of course it's going to affect your pocket because no money is going to come in. So hidden spending or lack of transparency would damage the trust you have for one another. Disclose this thing, let them mentally grasp it, help them through to understanding it. Don't just feel, you should understand, after all, he's just overspending, we'll get the money back, trying to feel good, despite the fact that there's trouble in financial world. Be mindful. Loss of trust can happen when there's financial pressure in any marriage, honestly, and that's one major reason why some couples go their separate ways. Anyways, again, reduce intimacy. That's another effect of financial pressure. Stress can weaken emotional and physical connection because everybody's angry, upset, bitter, frustrated, and then what connection are you connecting when the pockets and the bank accounts, they're not connecting, nothing. And some people is when they face financial challenge, you will see their true nature, whether they want to stay, whether they're going to support, whether they will leave you to yourself, whether they will just say mind your business, whether they say I'm not your village people that's affecting you, all sorts. You'll be amazed. Husband and wife been together for so many years, and then there's this financial challenge. Sometimes you will see the best person in your spouse, and sometimes this financial pressure will bring out a demon you never knew existed in your spouse. How then do you manage that? Because it will reduce intimacy. You're angry, you don't want to be touched, you don't even hug, what's it, but should it be so? They say when there's life there is hope. So was your love, your affection, all of that solely based on money, finances? Me, I would think that way. So because I don't have money now, I can't even hug, you can't hug me. I will question those things, because when there was money, you used to hug. So why is it that there's no money now, you're not hugging me again? I mean, I'm citing as an example. It is well. Again, there's always a way out, and we're here to encourage one another in case you're going through that financial pressure, which probably a lot of people are. Sometimes we learn to manage it, we know how to manage it. Sometimes it gets so overwhelming, we almost want to give up. Sometimes, like, what, I can't hack it anymore. You're just depressed. I'm gonna share a few bits from my Bible. So I'm looking at the biblical perspective on finances. So the Bible provides wisdom on money. Like I say, you have to communicate, manage your finances well, otherwise there'll be pressure and there'll be stress. So Bible talks about wisdom on money, stewardship, and contentment. That word contentment goes a long way. When there's money, are you content? When there's no money, are you still content? It goes a long way. So first thing, my Bible says, plan wisely. Even the Bible talks about these things. Plan wisely. Proverbs 21 verse 5, it says that the plan of the diligent lead surely to plenty, but those of everyone who is hasty surely to poverty. When you don't plan that rainy season will come, hot season will come, and all of that. Like, remember when I said some people, they want to save, some they want to just spend. What happens to the rainy days? What do you do? Because if care is not taken, one is hastily going into poverty. But if you're diligent enough to do the needful beforehand, surely there will be plenty, even when there seems to be like none at all. So planning and discipline are very essential in managing finances, especially in a marriage setting. If it's your business, you can do whatever you like. But when it comes to marriage, one husband, one wife coming together to live as husband and wife, they have to be planning, they have to be are disciplined enough such that, all their essential needs are met in terms of their financial needs. Again, my Bible talks about avoiding the burden of debt. I know even nations are owing. Yeah, so who am I not to owe? Is that your mindset? Some nations are not owing, some nations are lenders. There you go. Can't you be a lender as well? So avoid the burden of debt. Sometimes, it's unavoidable, but then limit it. Manage only what you're capable of handling. Proverbs 22:7 says, "The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender." So, keep borrowing, borrowing, borrowing. You become a servant to that person because once upon a time, or one time will come rather, they'll say jump, you'll be asking how high. And naturally, you're not meant to be jumping for this person. Debt can create pressure and it can limit your freedom. And that is a lot of frustration, a lot of financial pressure. So, what are we putting ourselves into? What are we engaging in? That's why when you want to make any financial investment, do your homework. Do your homework and research very well. Otherwise, you lose your freedom and then you create pressure for yourself. Again, my Bible warns us to be content. Remember, we talked about contentment. Hebrews 13:5 says, "Let your conduct, in terms of your financial spendings, financial whatever, let your conduct be without covetousness." Like the lifestyle bit, you want to do everything to please everyone, yet you don't have the means. It says, "Let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have." You have each other for life. Whether money comes, money goes, you have each other for life. Is that our mindset? Is it that when there's no money, love goes out the window as well? Are you content with your spouse, whether there's money or not? That is the big question. Contentment protects against unnecessary financial strain. Some people will see that, their partner's business is not flowing as such. That's when they will point it to that car. They want that car. Otherwise, you will not know this peace in this house. They want this one. You will not know peace in this house. Why? Why can't you just be content with what you have at the moment? A time will come that you can have the choice even of choosing from 10 different cars what you want. But until such that time comes, be content with where you are so that you don't bring unnecessary financial strain to your marriage, to your spouse, to yourself. And again, my Bible talks about trust God for provision, especially to those who've lost their job, lost their business, or business is not booming as usual. Trust God for provision. He can give you a new idea. Philippians 4:19, the popular verse in the Bible says, "And my God shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus." That business failed. You've lost money. It's not the end of the world. Don't now be a burden, financial burden to your family because you've given up and you don't want to do anything anymore. Can't you even trust God that when you start again, he will bless whatever business you're doing such that it can pick up and you can provide financially for your family? Faith provides peace even during financial uncertainty. Some people, they've lost, maybe somebody duped them or they've lost their, and they're so like, I trust God. They will go out there, put CVs out, they will pray and do all of that. One day, however long, one day the job will come. So then, when you have bruised and brutalized each other, so when the job comes and the money starts coming back again, how do you look at each other in the eye? So we need to be mindful. Do your best. I will not encourage laziness, and just hand everything over to God. So let's look at the importance of unity in finances. All these things, like I said, even if I try as much as possible to expand it, but I can't still cover it all. But at least the bits that we're talking about, let's think about it. Because it's important we're unified in our financial management. Marriage requires teamwork. It's not about you anymore. No matter the you that you're doing and all of that, you're in that marriage, at some point you have to address that oneness or that unity. So financial pressure becomes heavier when couples work independently. It's like when it comes to money matters, we don't talk about money because everybody manages their money, that, this and that. But a time will come that you will need each other. What then happens? What then happens? Are you going to leave your spouse to struggle? Are you going to leave your spouse to be on their own? Fine, you may not be able to carry that burden, but how are you even carrying it at all? Financial pressure becomes heavier when couples hide financial decisions. They don't inform their spouse. They just feel, oh, my spouse, they don't talk about money. I just invest all of our savings into this business. And then bam. When chaos happens, that's when you remember you have a wife, you have a husband. And then you now start telling stories. But they were there when you were planning to go into that investment. Why did you not have a talk with them? And sometimes we're not fair with our spouses. We just expect them to take everything because you forgive me, because you love me, because this and that. They are human. They will feel pain. They will feel hurt. So we need to be mindful in our financial decisions. Is it a joint decision? Is there unity in that decision? Because whether good or bad comes out of it, both of you are going to bear it. And imagine one person putting that on the other person because they took decisions all in their own hands. Financial pressure will become heavier when couples lack agreement. Sometimes I've heard of cases where they would even sit and talk. Honestly, this one baffles me. They will sit and talk, plan. Okay, this money, this is what we're doing. Everybody, yes, thumbs up. Okay, yeah, well, And then maybe a couple of weeks after, you'll be wondering that, my dear, the thing we said we're going to do with that money, I thought we should have done it by now, because maybe since you've agreed, it's on them to make sure whatever happens. And they're like, oh, honey, yeah, I thought about it. I just had to go and buy that car. Remember the car we talked about some couple of... Let me laugh this one. And your spouse, their hair or ear or is like that. What car? Please tell me you're joking. So no, don't worry, we'll still do that thing later. But you know how long it took you to put that money together towards a particular goal. You've agreed, this is what we're doing. And then you now, oh my goodness, who does that? You now decide to go and buy the car. Okay. Even when you change your mind or you feel that agreement, I really want to change my mind. The same way you sat down and agreed, you go back to your spouse. And I'm not talking man to woman, woman to man. It doesn't matter now, because anyone can be crazy sometimes. The same agreement you sat down and arrived at, sit down again and say, my dear, I really feel the car is priority now. The other thing, we'll do it later. And then both of you will agree or disagree to agree or leave it and come back until both of you agree on what you're going to do. Because these are things that bring about issues. Sometimes maybe the women or the man, okay, they will have understanding. And then when it's like 20 years into that marriage, they cannot understand nada anymore. It's like all the ounces of understanding in them has been drained off. And now they not even do one minor thing like that as usual. And the spouse will just flip like they've had it. Hence you hear people saying after 20 years, they've gone their separate ways because they've been drained for far too long. Financial pressure will become heavier when couples do these things. But when couples plan together, when they communicate openly, when they support each other, they strengthen their financial management as well as their relationship. So you can imagine you've settled one thing, you learn to manage it well, and then you're enjoying other aspects of your marriage relationship. Serafina, I see you. This name, Leroy Do, I see you. Yeah, I know. If I should drink water, but this money matter is breaking up marriages, whether we see it or not, whether we accept it or not, whether we're in denial or not, is breaking up homes. So let's look at practical ways to manage financial pressure. These are practical ways. It might work for you, it might not work for you, but just know that you need to find what works for you when you're talking about practical ways of managing financial pressure. First, again, is communicate openly. Discuss your income, discuss your expenses, discuss your debts, discuss your goals in terms of finances. Honest communication, it will build trust. Because when you're honest in your communication, when things happen, you've always communicated all along, everybody steps in. Queen Esther, I see you. Everybody will have to, up their games. But when you're not honest in your communication, it will break the trust. And your spouse might just feel helpless. And they're so angry they can't even be bothered. It's like you're on your own. Again, we're talking about practical ways now to manage that pressure. Create a budget together. Sometimes it works for some couples, sometimes it doesn't work, depending on who you're married to, their financial management level. A shared plan actually would help control spending and prioritize your needs. So when you create that budget, you know what is going towards this, anything left, you agree where you're going to put it, what you're going to do with it later. So that might help create a budget together. And again, what else can help? Set financial goals. Set financial goals, short-term goals, long-term goals. Provide direction and motivation to avoid any unnecessary pressure, to avoid stress, to avoid overspending, because you know that every money coming in is accounted for already. So nobody will go about going to gallivanting the stores and doing, somersaulting and pointing and doing all sorts. Joel, I see you. So we need to be mindful. Avoid unnecessary comparison. I said this before. Focus on your own financial journey. Focus on your own. Stop looking at the Joneses. You cannot be like them right about now. What is the thing with comparing yourself or fine, you've got the money, or the Joneses have more than you. So you're always competing. Now you go and spend the money you don't have, because you're comparing yourself unnecessarily with other people out there. So you need to be careful. And I want to imagine that if the wife is doing that, the husband should pull her back. If the husband is doing that, the wife should pull her. Imagine now husband and wife in that. We must get the latest. Honey, how much do you have left in your account? Yeah, just send it. I'll add something and do. Must you? Really, must you? That brings me to this. Practice contentment at every level, transition, phase, stage, season you are in your marriage. Practice contentment. That will give you a lot of peace. Appreciate what you have rather than chasing what you do not need. There's a difference. Sometimes you're chasing what you want. It's not that you need it. There's a huge difference. So when you're a content person, you appreciate what you have rather than chasing after what you do not need. Because you see this, you must have it. You see that, you must have it. You see that, you must have everything you must have. Why? To what end? Let's be mindful. Another practical way of managing pressure is be transparent. I'll say this in and out. Avoid secrecy in spending or financial decisions, because it goes a long way. If you cannot account, maybe you have quarterly sit downs where everybody give account of the spendings, incomings, and all of that. And every time you always, we'll do it next month. We'll do it next month till December comes, meaning you're not transparent. And your spouse will start wondering, you'll be putting pressure on them. Are we okay financially? This person is avoiding being held accountable and all of that. You start wondering, and you try to talk to them in the morning, afternoon, night, when they're happy, when they're sad. No time seems to be okay. They are, bringing about some secrecy, and then you'll be worried, obviously. That's no way to manage financial pressure. So let's be accountable. Let us hold each other accountable to our financial management. Again, seek help when needed. I'm going to put that. Another way to manage the financial pressure. Financial advice or counseling can provide guidance because we don't know it all. Sometimes it depends on what nation you're in. You might be able to get some assistance from the government or something. You don't know, and yet you're struggling, fighting each other, and all of that. And all it takes is to seek advice. And you find out that actually some people can help. Some organizations may actually be able to help you whilst you're in transition of getting another job or starting your business or whatever it is. Anyways, I'm going to throw one or two in just so we know. Managing conflict around money. When discussing finances, stay calm. It's very important. Listen to each other. Avoid blaming one another. Focus on solutions. Because right now we need solutions instead of fighting each other. It's a waste of energy. Remember, the goal is not to win an argument, but to protect that relationship you're building. And again, the role of faith and trust. Faith helps couples to remain hopeful and even in difficult times. Trusting God, it reduces anxiety, trust me. And that's if truly you believe in God. Trusting God strengthens unity because you do everything under God's guidance, under the leading of the Holy Spirit, under the leading of the Word of God. Trusting God provides perspective. You will know that, okay, this is the period we're in. It's not the end of the world. Let's sit and re-strategize. What next are we going to do? Financial challenges may come, but they do not have to destroy the relationship you're trying to build. They don't have to, except we let them. Husbands let them. Wives let them. Because that situation alone itself cannot break you unless both of you allow it or one of you allow it. So I'm going to conclude by saying this, and I say this with all carefulness. Financial pressure is a real challenge in many, many marriages, but it can be managed with effective communication, effective planning. It can be managed with unity, with discipline, with faith in God, in each other. And we need to remember that money is a tool, not the foundation of your marriage. Money is just a tool. It's not the foundation of your marriage. So dare not allow money to break you guys up. Remember that unity is more valuable. Unity is more valuable than financial success. Some may disagree with me, but you and I know the billionaires in town divorcing each other still. So if it's all about money and not unity, then why are they going their separate ways as well? So I know there's other factors that leads to, tycoons, business people breaking up their marriages. There's a whole lot there. Another topic for another day. But remember that contentment will bring peace. Because you're content, you don't have all the money you really want to have, but you're content anyways. Some will go further to thank God. God, I've not woken up today to go and beg for bread. Somehow I still able to scrape together and feed my family. That is gratitude to God. Contentment brings peace. God remains the ultimate provider. Sometimes no matter what, some people, all they just have to say is, thank you, Lord, and they will see doors opening onto them. But because they feel by themselves, for themselves, they just have to break through this thing. They must do this. Maybe, they will engage themselves, over-engage themselves, and still nothing is yielding. So God really, He remains the ultimate provider. That is my belief. So when couples work together and align their values, financial pressure can become an opportunity for growth rather than division. I'll say that again. When couples work together and align their values, financial pressure can become an opportunity for growth rather than division. Guys, that is the end of my talk. However, one question for us today: why are financial issues breaking up marriage relationships? Why are financial issues breaking up marriage relationships? Guys, thank you so much for listening.
The promise, the future, and life.
God Golden Love, I see you. Precious, I see you.
Shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh,
Thank you, Elder. So, I've given my own talk, try to expand it as much as possible, but you know what? I cannot cover all aspects of this financial pressure in marriage we're talking about. There are so many stories. In fact, that was coming to my head. I'm like, if I don't finish this thing, I can tell you stories upon stories, but at least we've gotten the gist for today. Let's break it some more. Why are financial issues breaking up marriage relationships? Why do we let that pressure come so much that years that we've built together thrown away just like that, just because of financial issues? Please, guys, we need to reason this out. Send me an invite. Let's come up and talk about this some more, because like I say, I can't cover all of it. That's why I need you. I want to learn from you. Perhaps there's one or two things I don't know myself. Let's come together and talk about it. Lala, good evening. Shan, you're welcome. Elder Kenneth, good evening. JJ, I see you. Good evening. Please send me an invite if you want to come. Let's reason together. Let's put heads together. Find ways of coping. Even the people on the FY listening, you can take home one or two things from here. So Lala, you're the first in my box. I'm mindful of time today. I want us to finish in good time so everybody can go and have a lovely nightcap. Lala, good evening. How are you? I hope it's evening where you are, by the way.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I am good, thank God.
We honor God.
I feel a lot better today by the grace of God. Sometimes I still have when you just recovered from an illness or whatever, sometimes you feel you're so strong and you take on everything and your body's telling you slow down. So yeah, I'm good, thank God.
Yeah. Well, what a nice topic. I love it.
So let's reason together, because this is financial issues, pressures, number one key factor couples break up. So why would couples allow financial issues break up their marriage relationship? Maybe there's something we're not missing, or maybe there's something they're not talking about. Or what do you reckon? Why is this?
Well, first of all, good evening, Sharon. Shan. How are you?
Hi Lala, I'm fair. How are you? You can hear drones in the background, but I'm okay.
Okay. Thank you. To begin with, this is a very extremely critical issue in today's marriage. To me, it is critical after communication.
Yeah.
Money or finance, as accountants may term it, is a very, very important consideration when someone is deciding a life partner.
Yeah.
Very critical, because no amount of love is able to keep marriage.
Yep.
Now, one of the reasons why finance is becoming an issue in marriage is first of all, couples neglect financial education.
Okay.
You see, the more you learn, the more you earn. Money responds to your internal capacity.
True.
Financial education is not taken serious by the two people who are involved in relationship. And when you talk about we need to learn about savings, we need to learn about investment. There are so many podcasts, so many books.
Yeah.
that have in-depth knowledge about this. We need to understand what saving is as a couple. Sometimes we confuse saving as an investment. Yet saving is setting money aside for a purpose. Investment is sending money for a return.
Yep.
And we need to understand these dynamics, which in one way or the other have a resounding impact on the relationship. First of all, there's no romance without finance.
But shouldn't there be, really? I mean, really?
And so when a man is frustrated, one of the things that frustrates a man is being broke or being poor.
Tell me about it.
There is no, you can't be romantic when you are frustrated, when you are not functioning upright well.
Well, I don't know why that is.
Well, like I was saying, financial education is very important, and if you can take it serious, in one way or the other, we can have a good marriage. The greatest protection
No money,
against
no
crisis,
honey.
the
Okay.
greatest protection against crisis is to expect it. As a couple, you can't afford to be myopic. You must anticipate at a particular time there's going to be a financial crisis. Whether you want it or you don't want, there's going to be a financial crisis. So when you expect some of these eventualities, you plan for them ahead in time. Actually, it is very important that as a couple, you must have between 6 to 8 months of all your living expenses saved up in cash. It is even worse, when let's say you're staying in an apartment, you're renting, have between 6 to 8 months of your living expenses saved up in cash, so that if money dries up, or if one person loses his job, you still have money in reserve to cater for you as you try to figure out life, fix your life. And it's a very honorable thing to for young people in marriage to delay gratification. Yeah, you can't afford to live a life of validation. Delay gratification is very important, especially when you're just starting up. And I think also it's important that couples must have few kids, very few children, to avoid financial mess.
Some want 10, whether they can look after them or not.
No, because first of all, let me give an instance. If for example, a man, let's say, is okay, a couple, you're married for, let's say, for the last 2 years.
I see you.
Now, if one of you, let's say a man is a bit old, let's say a man is 30 or 40 years old. Now, if you have a child, you're going to be free from that child after 25 years, because it takes about 22 to 25 years for a child to get a degree at university.
Get themselves together, yeah.
So that means if a man, you're 40 years today, and you have a kid, that add 25 years to the 40 you have. That means you're going to be free from that child in 65 years.
That's retirement age, isn't it?
So if you have 4, I don't know, you the burden you have, you can take you over
until you're 70, until you're 70 or 80 before you're free.
Yes, so because children, those are responsibility, you can't run away from them. It is very financially demanding. So it's prudent that we have at least affordable number of children.
Good advice. I hope they're listening.
And when to me, it's, first of all, how money is managed in a marriage depends on the kind of marriage you have. And to my school of thought, there are about 3. One is the contemporary marriage. These are kind of marriage back in the days our parents had. where a man is everything, is the alpha and omega, is the source, is the provider. A woman is just staying home. Our forefathers never told our mothers that they love themselves, but their love kept on.
Let alone.
It was a norm. Today, you can't take one day without telling someone you love them. The love will begin to be questioned. But back in the days, our father wouldn't tell our mother that they love. And it was very routine, it's very, very normal. And then marriage was very successful. That was back then. Then there's this contemporary marriage where someone says, my money is my money, your money is your money, a man's money is our money, my money is mine.
Your money is our money, my money is my money is my money. Our money is my money.
So you find what the other person earns, you're not even aware. And some people are living that kind of marriage.
True.
Then there is kingdom marriage, where to me it's my favorite, where there must be joint knowledge, joint planning, and joint decision making. We might have to understand, we need to understand each and everybody's financial position. How much you earn, how much you have in your reserve. So this would help in joint planning. When you have a joint planning, we take a joint decision and we make a valid financial decisions. And this doesn't matter who is the head of the family, because if I am not good in financial knowledge and my woman is an accountant, or she's a good in real estate, and we are taking an investment in real estate, and I am not good in it, probably I'm a doctor, I must sit and listen to her because she's an expert in that area. That does not stop me from being a head of a family. If she's a lawyer and I'm a teacher and we are making a legal decision about our investment, she takes the lead because that is her area of expertise. But lastly, as for me, anything you mismanage, you lose it. If you mismanage your money, you're going to lose it. If you mismanage your marriage, you're going to lose it. If you mismanage your life, you're going to lose it. It is a principle. Actually, where God withhold development, where there's mismanagement, God withhold growth and development from that area.
Sometimes,
if there's mismanagement of money in a relationship, you're going to shrink. And when you have money, the money is for three things: it's for your past, present, and the future. Money in a marriage is for one is for the past, solving the debts you owe people. The second thing is for meeting your day-to-day expenses. Then the last one is for investment, which is the future. So any money that is earned by the two couples in marriage, let it be, it is for three purposes. For servicing debts, which is the past, for the ongoing obligations, and then for the future. So you must be able to apportion money. Let's say we are earning $100 each, for instance.
Oh, have we lost you, Lala? Are you still there? I think he's speaking, but we can't hear him now. Lala, are you still there? Oh dear. Okay, Lala, I don't know if you can hear me, but we've stopped hearing you. Yeah? Oh, okay, all right. So he's dropped off. Yeah, you can go and come back in, so I'll bring you back to finish your submissions. Well, thank you so far. Thank you, Lala, for your submissions. So you have to make management for the past, the present, and the future. Meaning you have past debts, you still need to clear out your current financial needs. And then for the future, which is investment, I mean, that much I still remember from all that he has said. So thank you, Lala. I hope you'll be able to come back up to finish if you still have one or two to say. But we appreciate your contributions already. Thank you. Shan, good evening. How are you? Happy Thursday. Are you back home?
No, I'll be traveling on Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
But
I pray
I'm
for
good for
journey
now.
mercies.
We pray so. We pray to God.
It is well.
Yeah.
Yes, we're talking about financial pressure today. And okay, I think it's coming back. Let me just quickly bring him up and see. Lala, we lost you a second there. Are you back?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. We lost you. I don't know what happened. Sorry, Shan. I'm going to come back to you shortly.
Ah,
So I think the last bit you were concluding, but you said when money comes in, we have to split it like in three places: the past debt, the current spendings, and then future investment. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I needed you to help me read Genesis 2:5.
Okay. Let's see. Genesis 2:5.
Yeah.
So it says that I don't know what version is brought up, but it says that states that no shrubs or plants of the field had grown because God had not sent rain, and there was no human man to cultivate the land.
Well, that is one of my favorite portion in the scripture, and it talks about how God had set all everything was set,
I see.
but there was only one problem, and God was intentional about that particular problem. He had not yet caused rain to
To
come, and He's told us why He withheld rain because there was no man.
cultivate
In
the
other
land.
words, God has withheld growth. He has withheld development. God has withheld progress because there was no person
I see you.
to come up. There was no person to take care of all this when rain comes. So God is more concerned with our management ability. Where there is mismanagement of anything, God withhold development from it.
Yeah.
God wants us to be good stewards, good managers. Then He can
Give me
give us
Leslie.
more, can cause the rain to come.
Mm.
So if we mismanage money, God will block money from your marriage if you mismanage it.
Wow.
That's why I said that anything you mismanage, you lose it. God is more concerned with our management ability than our prayer request.
Well.
So we must be good stewards. We must be good managers. That's why I said financial education should be intentional. Understand how money works by the two couple. I mean the couple that are involved in marriage, because the most important thing, it is management. If you manage your life well, you'll have it. If you manage your marriage well, including all the nitty-gritties, you'll keep hold of your marriage. So management is very important to God. And you see, if any church that is not growing, that church has management ability, regardless of how much prayer and fasting it is organized. If you don't take management seriously, God will withhold growth and development from that particular church. So thank you so much. That is my submission.
Thank you. You said a lot. They say a word is enough for the wise. Management, management of finance is very crucial in marriage, because otherwise the high rate of divorce, separation due to financial pressure is just too much. It's too much. So maybe there's something that couples are not talking about. There's some things that they're not managing well, and it's affected them so much that the pressure just says, you know what, go your way, I go my way. Thank you, Leslie, for the heart me. You're welcome. So thank you, Lala, for your submission. So Shan, apologies again. We'll come to you now. Let's hear your submission. And the question for tonight is, why are financial issues breaking up marriage relationships? Why?
As Lala said, I think this is also one of a very vital topic that is also rarely, talked about. Yet, as you mentioned, is I think one of the causal factors of divorce, financial issues, as you mentioned. To re-echo what Lala said, I think the problem even starts from when like both partners are dating. I think we all know that most people, when they want to get to know about each other, they're more interested in, of course, communication. Some of them want to get to know about their different love languages, how they handle conflicts and all that and all that. But I don't think anyone really thinks of a conversation related to finance, management, or even overall financial values. And when it comes to dating, I think I wouldn't say a problem, but the issue starts from when you are dating. You don't talk about financial related topics or literacy that both of you know, at least I would say a basic knowledge that both of you have when it comes to finance. I know it's hard for someone who has never done accounting. Even for people who have done accounting, I'm sure they can still mismanage their financial stuff.
Definitely. Oh, it's not about the qualifications, really. It's a habit.
Yeah, exactly. So few people do not talk about that at their dating stage. And I think the problem also starts from when you're dating. It goes to men. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I have witnessed that. And again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It is good to spoil your woman, to spend on her, show that you have some financial capabilities, because that is what a lot of women are looking for in a man. But besides showing that financial capability of yours, have some sort of conversation with her. Like, how do you manage finance? What is your financial, strength? Do you have a job? Like, quite a lot of people do that, but they don't go deep into that financial conversations.
Because it's like no, when you're dating, money issues.
Yeah, and some women, if you start asking them about their financial selves, they will start tagging you, stingy man. You're a stingy man. Why do you want to know about my job? Why do you want to know about my
Misunderstandings.
earnings and all that and all that? And yet most times it's not necessarily because of that, not because maybe he wants you to also contribute something. Maybe if you go out, you also contribute. I feel we shouldn't look at it at that way. It could be just to really understand yourselves, and maybe the other bit is to understand your financial values. Are you more of a spender? Are you more of a saver? Now if two people are dating, the other person is of a saver, someone who likes saving, and then the other person is of someone who is into spending, definitely there's going to be a very, very big clash. And again, I know it's very common with my gender, with the women. At times we just want the men to spend on us without even thinking through the consequences of
Whether he's capable.
yes, if he's capable, you just want to detooth him as long as he's giving you something. I have some family friends, they're old, and not this actually today I'm going to be a bit biased and it's not like I'm going to favor men, but it pains me. I got to know about this family that the guy works, of course he works with an NGO, and the woman just, she doesn't have a job. She has a small business of which she even makes some good money. And I think that also goes to one of the conversations we have had here, and what I usually tell my girlfriends, that have something to do for yourself, but also you as a man, if you're dating a girl, make sure that she has something before you get married to her. Make sure that she has something for herself that will earn her money, so that the financial burden is not on you 100%. So this is a family that the guy works with the UN, but he takes care of everything 100%, from tuition, school fees, from medical bills, from the good thing that he recently built a house, but before he could pay the rental bills, everything, to taking care of the woman and all that. And what surprised me, he takes care of the woman's family like almost 98%. Actually, last week he had to rush home. He had to rush home because his mother was sick, and he rushed home not because to live with them, but bear financial burdens. Then I asked myself, isn't that really a lot for a man?
It could be overwhelming. Yes.
Overwhelming for the person. That's why I first of all thought of maybe some of these things need to be discussed at the beginning while you're dating, not because someone wants to act stingy, someone doesn't want to contribute to you as a woman and your family, but to just understand so that maybe they even prepare themselves for the kind of life they'll be living while married to you. So I think that is first of all the biggest mistake. And then when it comes to dating, let me talk from that perspective. Again, a lot of men, there are even many of them who try to show something that I don't have. You don't have enough money, but then you're making an impression to this girl that you have it, just because maybe you want to win her heart.
Financially bamboozling. I don't know the word.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
There's this word they use, I forgot. Is it love bombing or financial bomb? Something like that, maybe.
Leslie, please help us. Even me, I'm trying to find that word. Yeah.
In that case,
There's a word.
and most of them do it for two reasons. First, they may want to make a good impression, but that impression cannot be sustained. If you don't have it, you cannot sustain. And if you give, even if it was me, if you give me a good impression at first that you have money, of course, I'm always going to live with the mindset that, okay, he has money. And if it reaches a point in time when you don't have, I might think you just
love bombing. Love bombing.
yeah, I might look at it as if you're just being stingy. Maybe, okay, all of a sudden you don't want to spend on me. Are you cheating on me? You're spending on another woman. And yet, in actual sense, you don't have it. And there's no way I'm going to accept the fact that you don't have it because you gave me that first impression that you have it. So it all goes back to financial conversations at the beginning of the dating. And again, another mistake I think that causes not even divorce, but also issues in relationship, in particular dating. I have a girlfriend who dated it's a very young guy who had a child. He has a baby mama. They got a child when I think they were at university. So I don't know whatever happened, but I think they had the accusations of cheating here and there, and then they broke up. But then this guy bears, actually, even before they broke up, while they were dating, it goes back to again men doing a lot of things, especially at dating stage. So this friend of mine told me that she got to know about when they were dating, this man did everything for the girl, including her family. He even renovated a house. He had, I think, while studying, he was also working, doing something. I think he had won some projects that gave him some good, quite amount of money. So he was taking care of the girl 100%. Of course, everything, hair, feeding, clothing, good phones, and all that. And he went ahead to take care of the girl's parents, family. The girl, I think, is an orphan with only a father, I think. He renovated the house, even built for them like a small bungalows. Even the girl's brothers would reach out to him for some financial, grown-ups. So you start bearing such at the beginning. You're not even proposed to a girl. You're not even married. Then you're really bearing such a big burden. Now, what if you get married? Of course, the entire family will carry themselves and come, live with you.
They'll come and live with you even.
Even if my brother gets married, he will still come to you, for financial support because you're giving them.
You're not just married to our daughter, you have married the entire family.
Even clan, So it reached that when they broke up, of course, as usual, he's required to take care of the baby issues and everything, taking the baby to school. And yet the girl was working also with an NGO, quite salary. She's taking care of the baby, pays the tuition, feeding, buying gas, like literally everything, rent, electricity. And she went for the modest, I wouldn't say most expensive, but the best of the rental and all that and all that. And yet this boy was shrinking in loans. So while he was dating my friend at the same time, he had all these demands from the baby mama. But now you also know some of us girls. So my friend felt that he wasn't spending that much, some amount to her. Of course, he was giving like the biggest share to the baby mama. And my friend started getting jealous. I was like, You don't have to, especially if he's spending on the child, because he has obligation to take care of the child.
Yeah.
But then she was like, but now he's taking care of the child. That means he's taking care of the girl too. The girl can pay rent, can buy milk for the baby. How comes he's doing all that? That means he's taking care of. I just told her, yes, he has to pay for rent because that's where the baby sleeps. He has to pay for water, electricity bills because, I think it was like, no, 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 I can't. I was like, you just try. Then she told me one surprising thing and actually what caused their separation is that the baby mom, I think, one time got to know that because she pushed my friend pushed the boyfriend to also start spending on her. I think the guy bought for her an iPhone 15 Pro. And then the baby mama got to know about it and she reached out to her inbox and abused her, telling her all kinds of words like how the man spends on her as the baby mama, like you think you're the main chick, I am the main chick here, do you know how much he spends on me, blah blah, and all that, and of which was true. So at the end of it all, like, to cut the long story short, they ended the relationship with the guy because it was too much financial pressure, first of all, on the guy, and my friend was really feeling pity for him. At times, even if he doesn't give her anything, he doesn't mind. But again, his own issue, like, so how comes you're spending all this on your baby mama and also the family? How about me? What if we now get married? Are you going to split the bills between me and our children, and then your baby mama, or even on the baby mama side, because that's already an image you had given them when you're dating, and you're still doing it now, even when you guys are broken up? So it definitely, she had to leave the relationship, and I told her, I think it's best time, because if it comes with an insult from her, and then she's making fun of you, how your boyfriend spends less on you and he spends more on her, in which she's an ex and all that, I think it's high time to just leave. So they left the relationship. So in a nutshell, I'm just saying that I think we make a mistake even when we're dating. We don't talk about this, but especially you men, you do too much. I'm not saying that you should not show your financial strength, but be very careful. Don't do too much, especially have a limit. Spend only on your woman, but don't extend to the family at an early stage. That is how you become the father of your mother's wife and your mother's brother, father, and the entire family and clan. So that's just my take on that topic.
Thank you, Shan. I mean, we need to be wise. I'm not saying don't show financial strength, like Shan said, but when you're courting, when you're dating, there's only a limit to everything you can do or you should do. How much more? But then at the same time, is a show of what you're going to experience in your marriage. So if you're comfortable with that, good luck to you. Say I do. But if you can see and you're not happy, there's no point, because don't think when you marry now it's going to change. In fact, it's going to be times two. So you really need to talk about those things, especially those who are in a courtship relationship. So thank you, Shan, for bringing that to it. Elder Kenneth, good evening. I'm coming to you now.
Good evening, host, and good evening, everyone on board and those are comment section. Wow. Financial pressure in marriage. I will start on Sharon what she said. She's right. Because to me, when I was about to get married, this is my past, so please don't use it to judge me. I have
We listen, we don't judge.
I have three good, lovely girlfriends.
Wow.
Only one of them passed the test, which is my wife today. Because this thing, I learned this financial issue very, very early. I have the one that like clubbing, spend everything that you have. You don't care to know whether there is saving, whether you're saving, whether you are not saving. But my wife, every time she always say, try to be saving something for the rainy days, because you don't know what is ahead of you. But she don't know. She don't know that this word that she was telling me, this is what I'm looking for the three of them. But the rest too, they just concerning the present. Let's enjoy. Let's forget about the future.
Anything, I
So that
see
is
you.
what Sharon was saying. She's very right. A lot of us in the early stage, we want to impress our women, but we don't think about the future. Even when we were doing our marriage, we don't know that it's going to be a problem. No? When children start coming, they're going to be a problem. No? This one now, you are starting paying rent, you are buying pampers, you are paying bills. And we know that in Europe it's not easy. In Western world, it's not easy at all when only you, the man, is working. So this financial pressure in marriage, it must surely come, but you need to plan towards it to avoid it. That's what it will come, but you know how to put yourself together to overcome it. So Shine is very right for what she's saying, that a lot of young men and young women today, they never thought about this. They're just dating. They never sit themselves to say, okay, let's start saving money. If you know that we want to live together as husband and wife in the future, let's start putting things apart so that we will not be in financial crisis maybe in the middle of our marriage. Of a truth, when you first marry, after the party, after everything,
After the
this financial
honeymoon, let's even put
after the
honeymoon there.
yeah, financial crisis must surely come because
Hey,
now you were living alone before. Now there is somebody with you, and this person is pregnant. That is now you are not theory, two physical, one in the stomach. So that one in the stomach it consume more than the other one.
no wonder is real to you.
So you start planning ahead for you to avoid this financial pressure. To me, I know that it must surely happen. So I start planning ahead early stage, start saving ahead early stage.
Thank God for your wife.
Yeah, thank God for her. Till tomorrow,
Yes,
she
yes.
she 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 is she is I call her my bankomat. We call it in Italy, they call it bankomat, like this bank card, because she's the one that know how to save. She's the one that know how to plan ahead. Me, I don't know how to plan. When it comes to this finance, I don't know how to plan. But she know
Thank
how
God.
to save. She know how to save. She know how to plan. So
Thank
that
God
is
you
why,
picked her.
yes, because that was what I was looking for in the early stage
Eno, you can hear now.
in
That's
my
the test. So
relationship.
she
That was
passed.
what I was looking for. The three of them, she passed the test because of one thing. She always say, think about your future. If you keep using everything that you have, think about the future. She will bring something like to cook. I will give her all the money. Say, no, keep this one. This is what I spent. I'm trying to understand it, but the rest too, when maybe they come to cook, they will say this is the amount they spent, and I will give them. They will collect all the money. Oh, I said these ones they are not ready.
You know, will
In me,
ruin you before you even get
in me,
started,
in
bro.
me, in me, I know that these ones are not ready. So I observed them up to a year. Then I decided to make my choice, and that is my wife today. And I'm happy for the choice that I make, and I'm happy for my financial status today. And I'm
Thank
happy
God.
because I wish I did not make that decision on early time. Maybe today, uh how do I put it? Maybe today, maybe we should have been we still be in rent today. But this woman take her time to make sure we got property very on early stage on our own, even though it's mortgage. Thank God for her. Thank God for the financial wisdom of saving that make us to got property early, even when we relocate to the United Kingdom. People are asking, how do you do it? Under 3 years, how do you get it? But it is because of the financial wisdom that the money that they pay me where I'm working in Italy, she have to make sure we bring it here and got something in early stage. So this is the financial wisdom. So there are some women that God sent into your life, but if you don't take time, you will lose them. But thank God I did not lose my own, because a lot of people are loose in the kind of courtship. They are lose the woman or the man that God sent to them to help them to avoid this financial pressure in the future. But because they want to eat everything that they have today, they don't want to save. At the end of it, we're going to lose it. Bible tells us money answereth all things. The same Bible tells us that the money is the root of all evil.
The love of it is the love of it.
So the truth is that we need, before we go into marriage, we need to discuss this thing. How are you planning? Are you the type that want to squander everything that you have? There's one of my friends in Italy. He was playing this lotto, which I don't advise people to play it. At the end of it, he won 10,000 euro by then. Then they were planning to go to Nigeria to do marriage. Everybody was happy. We were happy for them, and we all preparing to buy tickets. They said they want to go and do the traditional marriage. Okay, we are all happy preparing to buy tickets so that we go and assist them. Okay, under a month, he said the money is finished. Then when you say, "Well, how come?" He say, "Ask my wife."
Wow.
So those are the things. Early stage, I learned all these things on early stage. Ask my wife. Today they are not together today because the woman squandered everything. The woman will say, "Okay, buy this, we buy this, we buy this." At the end of the day, that is our 10,000 euro finish.
Wow.
So is between man and woman, one must have this understanding of saving to avoid this financial pressure. And this thing, it always causes divorce and it always causes separation at the end, where the two of them do not understand this financial pressure in marriage. But is there the love? No, that is not the love that we are looking for. But it's one of the things that we need to discuss, and one need to take responsibility. I always said it. It's my wife that is knowing how we're going to do this. If we want to do any project, she's the one that draw everything. This is how much we're going to spend, and this is how much you're going to. My own is yours to bring it out at the end of it, because she's the one that understands all this thing. Me, I don't understand all this anything concerning finance, but she do understand it. That is why one need to take responsibility for you as a partner or as a husband and wife, not to go into financial pressure. But of a truth, these things, it do happen, and it do cause divorce, and it cause separation in many homes today. You see that they are lacking. Why are they lacking? Because no, the man and the woman, they are working, but nobody is saving and nobody is planning. Just receive. At the end of the day, this will take its own, this will take its own. At the end of the day, not zero. But when one person makes decision that this is what we are going to be saving at the end of the month, this is what we're going to keep aside in the rainy time, you see that at the end, you see that it won't be much, but you get something. You get something that in the rainy days that you will bring out, that you say, "Oh, thank God that I have this for the rainy days." But when you're not when you're not saving at all, at the end of it, when something happens, you begin to blame your partner, you begin to blame your spouse, you cause it, you make us to spend us, you make us to travel a lot. Yeah, but if two of you do not have the plan, there is a time we always arrange to travel. There is a time for service. There is a time where we gather. Then we know that yes, we got a lot now. This is time. This is what we want to do, and this is where we want to go. There is time for everything. So financial pressure must surely happen. To me, it must surely happen in marriage or in relationship. But depending how two of you understand yourself and make sure one is responsible to keep the savings and to keep the home going. That is my submission. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. We have to learn to manage our finances, otherwise the financial pressure will manage us. That's just how I can put it. Thank you so much, Elder Kenneth, for your submissions. Relationship with Eno, good evening to you. I don't know whether I was TikTok throwing you out since, but thank God you're back. Joy, I see you. Relationship Clinic, are you there? Good evening. How are you? How's
Yes,
the
I'm
family?
here.
Good to have you
Fine.
today.
And it's been a while. Sometimes I come online and I would hear that there's no insight for that day. Even this my account,
Oh,
it was,
okay.
it was difficult for me to even log into this account. I thought I have lost this account because I haven't opened another one to join insight.
Oh, wow.
Discovered that particular day there was no insight. Yes,
No,
but
that
thank God
was a
today I tried
last
my
week,
best. I would love
last week
try to
Monday.
log in since I was able
Well,
to
thank
log
you
in just
for joining in and thank you for
up
your
to an hour
commitment
ago.
in
But
this community. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, we want to hear your
thank you
views.
too.
You're welcome. We want to hear your views about this financial pressure.
Okay, marriage. Okay, I think Mr. Kenneth actually said some of the points I've actually loved to say. It's about aligning the partner who is better at managing handle finances, especially in a marriage settings. There's this thing that most men do, and it's actually very wrong. Most men, they can trust their wife with their children, trust their wife with their life safe, but they can never trust their wife with their money. Thank you so much, Mr. Leslie. Thank you for always
Yes,
supporting me
indeed. Yeah.
and you're dropping your comments. Thank you, sir. Okay, so some men they can give their wife, take care of these children. No, they will even sleep beside the woman in the night. They are not scared that the woman will do something bad to them. But you see their money, they can never
You.
ever trust their wife. Sorry, what did you say?
No, I'm just acknowledging people coming in.
Okay. They can never ever trust their wife with their finance, and I'm like, is your finances more important than your life? Is it more important than the life of your children? So to me, I would say couples need to come together in order to manage finances. Firstly, if you are single, you have to. It's one of the major things you should discuss, so that you know the kind of person you are getting married to. Because there are some women that believe that their money is their money, no matter even if the family is falling apart and they have some stacks of millions stored somewhere, they will never release it. So you have to know if that's kind of woman that you are getting married to. That's why as you are getting married, as you are planning, eating all the shawarma and enjoying the courtship, you have to ask, how do you see finances? Who is responsible for finances in the family? Who is supposed to do this? Who is supposed to do that? So we should be able to discuss that. Me and my husband, we discussed this when we were still single. Although my husband was saying his money is our money, my money is my own money. But now that I'm married now, everything have changed. Our money is our money. My money is
Oh,
our money, his money is our money. That is it. And personally, I don't believe in that word. My money is like where female will say, my money is my money, your money is our money. I don't believe in that statement because if you are married, as far as the money is coming into that family, it's for the family. So people will say, there's one thing I saw online. Somebody was asking if, for instance, in a family, if the husband has 1 million and the wife has 10 million, how much does the family have in total? People will say 1 million because they will remove the woman's own and say the woman's own is not part of it.
can you
Only the
imagine?
man's own is the what the family has, and that's very, very wrong. As a couple, you're supposed to work hand in hand. There's no my money is my money. Everybody's money is together. You are using it for the betterment of the family. You have to work together, plan together, and all that. But this is not actually a way whereby men will not start, because some men, when women now start supporting them financially, that's when they will not relax. They will not start leaving the financial burden to the woman. That's not supposed to be so. It's not supposed to be so. It's a matter of understanding and sharing responsibilities. In some families, they share responsibilities. The man can say, okay, I'll be the one handling the buying of groceries and food stuff at home. The woman will say, okay, I'll be the one paying the school fees. I'll be the one doing this and that. It's just a matter of understanding. So the two of them are supposed to plan together, have joint family savings, have joint family uh, um, savings for maybe children or maybe emergency expenses in the family. So those are the things that couples should discuss, because there are some couple, some marriages now, the women does not even know how much their husband earn. They don't even know how much they have in the family and all that. And that that's not how marriage is supposed to be. And I will not blame such women. Like, there are some women that, if even they have even if their husband does not have, they will still keep on disturbing their husband for money, because some of these men, you will not know if they have, they will not know if they don't have, and the way they
That
spend
means,
reckless, they are not.
there's trust issues,
Yes, there's
no
trust issues. Yes,
transparency.
yes, no transparency. Because I was traveling for this Easter and I was in a vehicle with some people, and we happened to be discussing about this marriage of a team and all that. And some men, like, there are some men, the boss, saying that they cheat on their wife, they have side chick and all that. And they were just saying a lot of stuff, and their wife used to complain too much. Their wife does this. And I said, some of the things you complain about your wife is because of you, the way you behave. You say, she's nagging too much, disturbing me for money, and you are the one even causing issue, because you are spreading your money everywhere. You give your wife small and give the side chick outside small. So such men, how can you be able to progress in life when you are scattering your money? So your children will come, they need money, but you say you don't have. But when you go outside, you go and give one side chick outside. That's so I was trying to advise them that that mentality, as Nigerians, we have to stop it. You married somebody, you have to, you made a vow on the altar. You have to fulfill that vow to that woman. You have to fulfill that vow to that woman. Nobody have given you the right or freedom to say, because you are a man, so you are free to do whatsoever you want to do. So that is the issues. So for me, I would advise that every family should actually discuss, because there are some families, the man is the spender, the woman is the saver, the woman knows how to plan. So families, the woman is the spender, the woman, while the man knows how to plan and invest, like to save money more. So just know what works for your family, and put the person who is good in investment, who is good in making the financial decision, in charge of the finances. Whether it's the woman, whether it's the man, let that person be in charge, so that the
Whoever
family
can.
can go. Yes, so that the family can progress. Even Mr. Kingsley Okonkwo, I follow him too. He's a relationship coach. He said something that when they newly married, that him is a spender. They don't have money. They were in debt, but he's still buying. He went to buy big dogs to be using in the house, like putting more expenses to the family, and they were actually in debt. So it was later on when he now understood that, okay, this woman is better at saving than myself. He now started handing over the family expenses to the family finance to her. So in that way, the family will keep on growing and go forward. So if you are the one that say, no, my wife can never know how much I earn, if not, when she knows, she will start billing me every time. She will start asking me for money all the time. You are the one, you are saving yourself. Oh. Two of you should work together. Two of you should work together to make the marriage move forward.
You feel me? I see you.
So that is my take for today's topic.
Thank you, Relationship Clinic. Very interesting. So I think you're more focused on the men's, that's why I say everybody's experience is different. My experience is different, your experience is different, but we come together, rub minds together, and one of us, or as many of us, will pick whatever would work for us. Sometimes some men will be, maybe the pride will not allow their wives manage the finances because she can actually do better. They feel like, so maybe I remember about when I said about lifestyle, maybe your friends, when they ask, who's managing your finances? Oh, my wife does it. They will look down on you, or they will call you names, or they will shame you. So usually you're carrying that pride. They say, no, don't worry, I'll be managing the finances. And yet the family keeps nose diving into debt. So you really have to pick one. Is it that you want to save face with your friend, or you want your finances, to be okay? So sometimes it could be the woman, actually. Let her. As long as you trust her enough to handle it, don't allow pride to get in the way, because all of you will suffer that pressure when it comes. So we need to be mindful. Thank you, Eno, for your contributions. I'm going to come to Susan. Good evening. How are you? Thank you, A13. Gracias. I see you. Susan, good evening. I hope you're back.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Or is it morning?
No, I just came back to bed.
Yeah, thank God for joining masses.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Good morning. I say good morning again, soon.
Don't worry, we understand. It's okay. And yeah, everybody, please let's follow a relationship clinic with Eno. Please go like her videos. I've watched quite a number myself. Like, and help share. Let's do this, to help engage people, especially when you listen to whatever somebody's got to say and it resonates with you. Just help share. And I'm guilty of that sometimes, or you repost or you save it in your favorite or whatever it is. Let's support her, please. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, over to you. Let's hear your views. Why are financial issues breaking up marriage relationships? Why?
Well, the few people that I listened to, they hit the nail very well, and I'll just hit a little bit. I think lack of transparency, you know, brings pressure, because if you're transparent with your finances, I don't think the pressure will be that much. Even like Elder Kingsley say, pressure will be there, but it won't hit it that much. Even the thing is, once you're transparent with whatever comes in, what goes
Anna.
out will not be an issue. Especially when you talk about it, when you discuss, talk more on what is going in, what is coming in, what is going out, projects you have, plan together. And that's what most married couples fail to have, planning. Everybody, your money is your money, my money is my money. It doesn't work. Fine, it's a lovely say that your money is your money, my money, your money is our money, my money is my money. It sounds so good, but in reality, it doesn't work that way. Your money is our money, his money is our money. So even if I fetch from your money, you don't see it as me. It's our money, you know. But some people have this joint account thing that this joint account, this is for the house spending, the rent, the gbogbo tigbo, and then the leftovers you can use it for yourself, because at the end of the day we need to just be sincere with ourselves. Bills are going up, the pressure is high.
Yeah, very
So
much.
if you're not wise, or if you're not smart, you just be arguing for no reason. These are things that you can avoid. As married couples, you can avoid it. We all know, yes. So the you cannot do without paying bills. You can't, especially we over here. If it's Nigeria or back home, you can say, well, your rent, probably you're living in your house.
Oh, wait, Susan, is it possible you'll be owing landlord here 1 year, 2 years?
That's not,
I know it's possible, but I mean, how often would that
it's not
happen?
it's not conducive. Even if you are, how I don't know how people do it, but you just keep going to court. Even if they go to court, they prolong the thing. The thing is, you're still owing. So if you can offset the bill, why don't you start doing it little by little? Because by the time you leave it, it will pile up. And we need to start educating people back home, because they put so much pressure on people over here, and they don't understand how it is. When I tell you I don't have money, but I went for holiday, do you know when I paid for the holiday? Do you know that I plan myself? So they don't understand this planning of a thing. And when you try to let them know, it's as if this person self now one for you. You don't know you both finish.
They will forget all the times we were rolling the dough
No, you
and
did not do anything to them, because what they want now, they didn't get it. So obviously, you've not really done anything for them or to them. So the thing is, we need to help them to understand the financial stress that we're in. Not stress per se, but let them know, when I tell you I don't have, understanding that I don't have. Don't put pressure on me, because the more pressure you put and I start scrolling, looking at my account, it will give me BP for no reason. Some things can be avoidable if we
Yeah.
if one, we communicate, two, we are transparent, we are open, we are honest with each other. But most people are not really honest about things. They tell you, oh, I earn 2,000, meanwhile they are earning 3,000. Or and then when you find out, you're like, who will look stupid? So it's just being honest with things. Even if you earn 5,000 and you tell me, doesn't will I take your card? It's your money now. It's our money. Anything I do, if it affects you, it will affect me. So if you think you want to cheat and say, oh, he's earning 5,000, then me too, I'm doing it's yourself you're doing. Because when rainy day comes, both of you will get wet. So we just need to be transparent and understand that this pressure will be there. It will be there, whether you like it or not. If you like, be financially stable now. One day it will come. Or before you became financially stable, it happened. There's always that rocky part. And like what Shan said, yeah, some men, they tend to impress. When you impress and then she says yes, you are you are in marriage now, and she's not saying what you were saying.
All the impressions are vanished.
That is it. It's like a tire that has just gone flat. Then you have a lot of explaining to do, because then you be like, you start stuttering. Even when you don't stutter, you just be, it will just look all messy. But once we are transparent, once we are honest with each other, there's no pressure that will hit the marriage that you cannot stand. It's just like Jesus preaching parable, parable, parable. If you listen to his parables, equate it to your own life, you find out that, okay, when the rain comes, can we stand? When the wind blows, can we stand? If we cannot, let's start restructuring, putting our foundations right.
Really nice season.
But we don't do all that. We just tend to live now, and then we just pretend that all is well, and you allow people to influence you. You see that your friend drives Range Rover, you want to drive Range Rover. Your friend wears this one, you want to do it. Faking till you make it. Such lifestyle, it's not worth the stress. Just live within your limits. They say cut your coat according to your material. These days our sizes could be bigger than our material, so just use your material. So wetin you fit wear, because oju
Exactly.
kokoro, we just want to do oju kokoro and say, this one,
For covetousness. Yeah.
you don't need all that. We are the one giving ourselves all those pressure. If you look at it very well, you earn, look at your income and your outgoing, balance it. You'll be able to balance yourself well. But when you sometimes I'm guilty of it, because sometimes I tend to overspend. And when I overspend, I adjust, I call myself to order. Oh yeah, you have passed your limit now. Restructure. You need to speak to yourself and restructure yourself, because if you keep doing it, at the end of the day, you will be the one that will be found wanting, because then you start looking for who will borrow you. Nobody will even answer you. So let's just understand that this pressure will always be there. But how you come out of it is what matters. How you handle it. You don't need to discuss it with anybody. Discuss it with him or her. And you do it, like Kenneth said, if you are okay with the finances, let them handle it. If he is okay with it, let them handle it. And I know there are sometimes where discrepancies come in places when you lack trust, when all those trust issue hits, or I've done it before and I got beaten, you don't expect me to do it again. Somebody will just say, oh, okay, my card, you hold it. Our joint account, let it be you organizing. And at the end of the day, This guy found out that she was just using it to order things. She even built a house without his name back home. He didn't know. So how do you expect him to do it again? So there's some things we do, we end up putting ourselves in the mouth of the shark. And then to pull your hand out, you get injured. So we need to help ourselves. When I say we, both I don't want to genderize it. Male, female, whoever you are, let's just try to be sincere with whatever we're doing. Because once you're sincere, there's no pressure that will hit you in marriage that you cannot come out of, especially when you work together. And remember, the Bible says, can two work together except they agree? You need to agree to work together. Even if you're already in that mess, you can work together and, bring yourselves out of the mess. It's doable. Bible say one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. So if both of you join heads together, man, you can do it. Forget the pressure that you're in. Just sit down, put the pen down, write. Like me, I have everything on my wardrobe. The outgoings is there. So I'm not going to add 1p or 10p. It is written there. The rent is here. This one is this one. Even if I buy anything, I put insurance, I write it to know when the insurance will expire. I put everything down so that it will help your tomorrow. Before, I've been doing it before now. So doing it now is like, okay, I'm doing it with somebody because I was doing it all by myself to say, okay, put me on track. But now I'm doing with somebody, I have to be transparent. This is how much I pay in the house. This is what we need to be doing. Okay, now we're on this level. What is the next level? It's just communication. And don't overdo it. We sometimes want to overdo. We want to build skyscrapers. For what? For who? The little you have, enjoy it. Be content with what you have. Bible says once you're okay with this little thing, I will bless you with more. But if you cannot take care of the little, how can he bless you? Or how can you take care of the big ones? Sometimes my son, I say, come, for you to even get anything, see that your room, if you don't tidy it, how will you get a bigger this? How can you maintain that? You cannot maintain this little you have. You want to a big one. How? You have to start. I need to see it. You have to earn it. Trust needs to be earned. Transparency needs to be earned. Sincerity, honesty. Once you're open, life will just be easy. Just that we like to complicate ourselves. We tend to complicate life for no reason, looking for who to blame the social media, blame this one. Must you look at what they are wearing? Must you drive what they are driving? Be you, be real. There's no two you. If you start becoming somebody, who will be you? So it's just common sense. Pressure will be there. Tackle it together as couple, and God will bless all of us. Amen.
Thank you, Susan. Openness, honesty, contentment, discussions, planning, all of those things is required. Otherwise, this financial pressure, I want to believe everybody is going through it one way or another, but it's just how we're managing it that is still putting that smile on our faces. So we have to keep at it. Otherwise, it gets too much. And then, we get so stressed up. It start even affecting some people that we heard have blood pressure for no reason. Some people, insomnia, they can't sleep because they're so overly worried about all the stress, all the pressure of money. So we really need to be mindful. If you don't want it to get on top of you, you have to get on top of it. And you can't do that by just folding your arms or pointing fingers. You're in that marriage together. And if Bible says one can chase 1,000 and two will chase 10,000. So think about that and bring that concept to your financial management styles. See how far you can go. So even if up until now it's been chaotic, now at least you're hearing us on Insight today. It's something you can call your spouse, sit down, and just even dig everything out. Start from the basics. Where do you go from here? Because things need to balance. Otherwise, you keep losing sleep, you're stressed, you're anxious. It's affecting you emotionally, it's affecting your intimacy, it's affecting resentment building. All of these things is unnecessary. Let's just sit and face it one day at a time. Face it. Which one do we tackle first? How do we go about this? Okay, can we do 3 together? Bits here, bits there. Sit and talk about this. There's no point shying away because it's not going to go away. It's not going to go away by itself. It has to be dealt with. Whether you're in denial, whether you're mismanaging, you still have to deal with it somehow. So the earlier, the better, really, for you and your spouse. Thank you, Susan, for your contribution. Leslie, I'm coming to you. I think you might be the last person. I don't know. Maybe one or two might want to have an addition. We'll do a tongue twister. We'll go and sleep. Let's just go and sleep. And whoever is, allowing the financial pressure to overwhelm them, do something about it. Good evening, Leslie.
Good evening. Good evening. I think we're still in holiday mode.
Oh, okay.
I was hearing someone in our area say Happy Easter. I say Easter has finished now, but it seems like
somehow. Maybe next week ahead is okay.
yeah, it's next week. Everybody, I will be open.
Until I see you.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, we thank God. Oh, this is a very wonderful topic.
Yay.
It is actually like common earlier, but we got news of something that really shocked us. That's why one of the people that got married at the same time with us, we just found out that they are divorced, and it's a big shock. It's a very big shock, big shock. I am, yes, and
I just hope it has nothing to do with finances, Leslie.
No. I wish it was. At least, no. It was something more like physical DV was going on.
Oh.
Yes, no. And it's not the male gender. That was a shock for us as well.
Oh wow! I know that's huge. That is.
It was
huge.
A massive. It's. Oh, it was a big shock. It was a very big. We just went out. We went out, and then I got a notification on my phone, and then we found out and then we now started looking and started hearing, and they're like, "What? They are divorced?" And yeah. So that's how I came late today. Is because we just were in shock. We were just in shock. Honestly, it's a big shock. And when I finished, now we're planning how we're going to find out from their church and everything, but yeah, big shock. Just a lot of nonsense went on, including adultery. Just a lot of no. And these are people who are doing quite well. That's the thing. So some of it's just bad behavior unchecked. I'm not going to listen to anybody. I'm going to do what I want to do. Behavior.
Sorry to cut you, Leslie. This is one thing. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Neither is anyone perfect. We're trying our best. The thing is, God has created a good institution, but we don't go by the rules. And then when things happen, we'll start blaming. But we ourselves, we need to check ourselves. What are we bringing into that marriage?
Exactly. So when you're mentioning this financial thing, I'm always laughing because I think I put in the comments there that to me it's very simple. A lot of it is fear. Ignorance. A lot of it is ignorance. They don't understand how to communicate about finances. They were not good in it on their own. Then they came into the marriage with bad spending behavior, and they still hide it. You see a lot of people, and again, it is not gender specific, but you see a lot of people that will carry a very bad spending habits, because some of it's upbringing as well. The upbringing, it's like if you don't, when people are dealing with problems, sometimes they use it for them to cope. It might be food. Some people is to sleep around, and some people is spending. Pick your whatever vice, and if you don't learn to mind those things, or you don't talk about those things, it's going to be a problem. It will be a problem. And marriage is not going to fix that problem. It is going to be the individual coming to a place of realization.
Yes, some more.
Yes, and a lot of people are hiding. There are people who are very good at money, and I mean very good money, but they're controlling. Again, that's a behavior issue. So there's a lot of things. A lot of it is fear, ignorance, or control. A lot of it could be control as well, and control often leads, if you if you don't check control, it can become coercive, where you want to control everything because you feel you are. And some people, if it's, I've noticed that with the male and female, it's expressed differently, but it's the same root. So if it's the male, they want to dominate, they want to tell the person how they can spend, what they can spend, where they can go, and everything, because they are trying to keep the finances in check. That is not how you cannot control an adult like that. They're not babies, they're not
There's always
children.
a thin
And
line.
then
There's always a
and
thin line.
maybe with the man is like, I will hide the secret account. All this nonsense. It's an issue because you've not come to a place of agreement. You are not talking about it. You have not, and I guess if you once you decide you're going to get married, you have come to a place where you have decided to also do things together. Or else, don't bother. Don't, honestly,
Always
marriage is not by
don't
force.
waste
So
somebody's life. No.
it is not by force. It is not by force. And I think a lot of times people don't spend a lot of time listening or studying people who are doing well in marriage. Because if you look at people who do well in marriage, it's not because they lack conflict. They actually have conflict. It's because they've learned to manage the conflict. They've learned to find ways to work together. They've grown into it. They've added value to each other's lives. And that comes with sacrifice. That comes with you learning how to do things better. When we got married, I've mentioned it a lot of times. That was probably one of the best things we did, was to do a marriage course, and that marriage course involved finances. Funny enough, and they went into the nitty gritty, like everything. In fact, I
So you
remember
can have an
yeah,
excuse.
you bring your account to church, because the marriage mentor will ask you to present
Wow.
the account to each other. If you
The
hide,
new
if
business.
you don't come for that this thing, they will come and tell you to come and repeat that class before they allow you to marry in their church. Yes, that class was that important. And I believe with all my heart that a lot of marriages, if they actually have those kind of preparation, a lot of them will actually be willing to start to do the work, but they are not. And so some people, they're going to do hard grind. Now, that does not mean that you're not going to happen. You have, look, I'm not saying that you can learn everything. You still got to do the work, but at least you are informed. At least you are informed. You know who can do what better. And this is where I keep saying that. This is why I keep saying that when I hear men shouting about submit, 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 I'm like, hey, if that's the only thing required for marriage, we'll be happy. But it is not. Because the same person that's saying to submit, you might be very poor in your finances. And your wife could be a gem, a literal gem when it comes to money. But because you are so bent on a certain aspect of marriage, you ruin everything else because you just want submission at whatever cost necessary. And then you are having when you come to finances, you are struggling, or you are hiding, or your pride is not allowing you to say, hey, I'm not really good in this area. Because whether we like it or whether we like it or not, men, we're not good in everything. There's nowhere in the Bible that says that the man will be good in everything, even in marriage. It is nowhere in the Bible. And in the Bible,
Well, I don't think there'll be a reason for a helpmate as
okay,
such if you are good at
they won't
everything.
hear that. So they won't hear that. They won't hear that. There's no this idea. Look, that you are the leader does not mean that you are the best. I always like to use football. The captain of the team is not the person that scores the most goals. It's the person that knows how to coordinate the team. So this idea that because you are the head means that you must be the one that carry all the money. What if your wife is a genius? Are you going to outbook her now? Are you going to say because of a lot of people are so insecure, and a lot of this financial problem is an insecurity that I'm unwilling to deal with because I want to control, or I feel that that's the only way I can handle this marriage. Again, if you are marrying to go and control somebody, please don't get married. You are marrying someone to do life with them together. This one, I wish I could send it to you people. I saw a message on X about someone lamenting that their uncle passed away. Let me tell you what happened. The uncle is this typical, yeah, I'm the man. I should do everything.
Yeah.
They're living in America. I should do everything. I will earn all the money. I'm paying all the bills 100%. Everything is fine. This man is 62, high blood pressure, stroke. What that had not been working for the whole marriage suddenly now suddenly became a carer. for her husband because he had a stroke and he couldn't walk. From 100%, all of a sudden now she's responsible for the bills. She didn't even know what accounts. I mean, it was a drudgery. Long story short, she too now got sick and then she passed away, leaving the husband.
Wow.
No, I will do everything. I will do everything. Now the husband is now in a care home. Thank God that they have children, but it's only one child that's looking after the man self. This is a real story. This is a real thing that's happening in America. So when I look at some of these guys talking, I just look at them like, you don't know what's going to happen to you when you turn 60, 70, 80. All this nonsense talk right now because you are young. You think you know everything now. You are so strong. Don't worry. Age will start telling you don't know everything and you can't handle everything. And then there's even ones that we know personally where there's even one right now. I don't want to go there, but they don't even know what the man left. They're now trying to investigate what accounts, life insurance, if they had any, because again, as long as the man's paying for everything, and I'm like, even if that's the case, at least know what he has. Know what is going to live for you. He's not going to be here forever. He's not God. This idea that this man will do everything, he's not God. Now you lot are now scrambling. What did he leave? We're looking for the accounts. Where's the pension? Because you didn't do your homework. When I was 41, I did my 40th birthday. When I was 41, all of a sudden something happened to my heart. I don't know what happened. Long story short, I had to go to the GP and they said, it's something hereditary, and they wanted to check it out. That year, I made sure my wife knew all the accounts. I'm sorry,
I'm laughing. I mean, something will propel you to do the needful sometimes.
She already knew most of it, but this time she knew everything, like every access to the account passing, yes. The one we are now finishing up is what we're just doing all our wills for her. And I told her that she's already in the will, she's already the main person. But still, we kind of change it regularly now. We've been told by the law firm to be doing it at least every couple of years, look at it and change, in case some extra comes in or whatever. It's very important. Even if you're not struggling financially, even if your husband is very rich, still know how he makes money.
But sometimes these men they don't want to disclose because
exactly there's a trust issue, and that's a problem. That's a problem, and it's not good. It's not a strength. It's not a flex. I'm sorry. It's a weakness because again, something can go wrong. You're not God. No man is God. You're not God. You don't know everything there is to know. Something can go wrong. We have seen Hollywood actors. We look at Gene Hackman. His wife passed. He married a younger woman. His wife passed before him. It took a whole week. This man had dementia. He died a dead. And yet this man had 80 million in the bank. What's the point? We need to be careful about this behavior that that we want to hide. Then why are you getting married? I just ask people, what's the point of marriage if all you're doing is hiding, putting things away? I don't want this person. Why? The distrust is so much. What's the point? Call it a day. Be honorable and call it a day. Do the right thing, because you're just wasting each other's time. You're not ready to do the work. And the work is learning to trust each other. People think that trust is just something you just get because you're married. No, it takes time. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. I've said it every time. I was 8 years in when I finally came to the place where, yes, I am with this woman to the end. 8 years. Some people could be 10, I don't know. But for me, I still remember that year, 2015. I said, you know what? I don't do everything. We don't go through so much together as a couple. And I said, you know what? This is it. I am locked in. That was 8 years in. Thank God that Adochi did not meet me beforehand. I don't know what happened. But I give God the glory. So this, trust is not an easy thing. And you have to do the work. It's not something you can run away. You have to. It's an everyday effort. It's one day at a time. Make an effort to know each other and know each other financially as well. If that's such a big deal, then don't make it a big deal. Climb that mountain regularly, or eventually it will soon become the ceiling. That ceiling you're looking at will soon become the ground you walk on. But you've got to do the work. You got to do the work. Know your finances, your each other's pensions, ISA, whatever which one you are calling, but know each other's money. I've said it before. Just talk about money every day. Talk about it until you are comfortable discussing money regularly. Talk about money, planning, plan. We bought our first property not too long ago. We are looking at buying a second one, and that's come because we talk about money all the time. We engage on that sort. We are planning. We are planning our children's universities where they want to go. There are lots of things we are working towards right now. It comes because you plan for it, and that planning will also include growth. How do we also, not just to save money, because it's good to save, but how can we add to this money as well? How do we increase what we have? How do we add? Because I found out that there's no limit to how much you can make. There may be limit to how much you can save, but there's no limit. So if you do the work, we can increase our revenue, and we can make adjustments for that increase. But that will come because both of you are talking about it, you plan for it, and you work together. And I strongly believe, that's my opinion, I strongly believe that the more engaged you are financially, to the point where you are actively working together, and there's a scripture for that, I believe that investment of time and effort actually makes you want to stay in your marriage, because you know the things that the Bible says, where your treasure is, whatever your treasure is, that's where your heart, it doesn't say where your heart is, no, where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be. So if you invest and put your money, and you see your money grow, and you see certain things happen, you will be very locked in that we are making these things work, and these things are happening. We can actually continue this line. I'm not saying everything works. We've had some failures in some ventures we've done, but those ventures were lessons that helped us to do the things we are doing today. So it's not everything talk success. I'm not going to tell you that, but do the work. At some point, you will hit a streak, and it will work. But I think that too many couples have ulterior motives for whatever. Maybe you plan because you want to do something else. You want to do your own thing, or your family or your marriage is a means to an end as well. Because some people, they get married because it's a means to an end. This man will give me papers. This man will allow me to settle a bit and have some stability, so I can now start doing my own thing. Yeah, I've seen that as well. So, this man, like, I will get children. Once I get my children, I'm not doing again. I'm out. Whatever it may be. And I think once you start having those inner secrets that I am planning to check out at some point, it's already doomed. You're already doomed, So I think the financial thing, the reason why it's a big deal is because it's the one that we can weaponize and we can see the most effect on it. That's the only reason why. And
that's why it's breaking off the marriage relationship as well.
Yes. But it's not because it's the money is the symptom. The real root is control. The real root is that somebody hasn't grown up, or is unwilling to grow up, or is unwilling to just do the work, or is allowing their upbringing to determine how they work in their mind. I've even seen marriage, or I have a good friend of mine where both of them were actually earning money, and then it became a competition, to the point where the wife now said, "Okay, I'm buying my own property," and the husband was like, why don't you just add the money together and buy a second? No. I'm buying one property because I don't want to be with you anymore. That's literally what. Yes, it became a competition. Like, I want to outdo you because I don't want you to tell me what to do with my life. And I'm like, hey,
wow.
You are telling him what to do as well in your own kind of way. But no, I want to have control of my whole life, and that's the only thing, And yes, I've seen that happen as well. So a lot of times I feel that people have just not got to a place where they're willing to work together and talk about money and do the homework, And the less secrets you have, where finances are concerned, I feel the better you become in overcoming financial trouble. Even prayer, you pray more effectively because you are pushing for the same thing. But if you cannot agree in this area. I don't know. It's a struggle. Oh. It's a big one. Oh. Honestly, it's a big struggle, and I don't know how long the marriage will last if you're going to have such secrets like that. And they will eventually come out.
Oh yeah.
They will eventually come out. I'm going to tell you, those secrets you had in that marriage, financially, it will eventually come out one way or the
A
other.
matter of time, yeah. True.
Okay.
Thank
So I
you,
encourage
Leslie.
couples, please. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. It's a lot. I mean, lots of homes are breaking up just because they cannot manage well their financial pressure, financial situation. And it's sad because it's affecting the next generation, it's affecting the children, and then this cycle keeps going on and on and on. Where does it end? Where does it stop? See, if pride does not come in, control will want to come in. Competition, lack of contentment, all of these things we've been talking about. Why don't we just be selfless for once? I mean, God has created a beautiful institution, but we human, we just come in, bastardize things, abuse one another, be selfish, and all of the things that is not is what we want to bring into it, and we expect it to work. How is that going to be possible? How is that going to be possible? God has done his work and it is good, but yet we are not seeing the goodness or the essence of it, just because we have hidden agendas, or one is abusing the other, or all sort of nonsense really going on there. And yet we want our children to marry. When your child comes and say, me, I don't want to marry, or if this is what you call marriage, I don't want to marry, and then you start cursing them, you start saying all sorts, but you're not being that good example to them, are you? So where does the cycle stop? Why are financial issues breaking up marriage relationships? If you don't have wisdom, if you don't have knowledge of what it takes to do the needful, go learn something, go do some training, because it's going to affect you, not just you, affect your spouse, affect your children as well. It is well. Thank you so much, Leslie. I'm going to come to, she's dropped off. Fumilola, I thought I saw you there. Let me see if I can bring you back up whilst we're getting ready for our tongue twister. It's just so sad, we're not contented. You have this, you still want that. At the end of the day, imagine what Leslie told us, not competition amongst yourself, husband and wife. Hey, it's bad enough husband and wife are competing against the Joneses, now between themselves. That's just ridiculous. Is that how God say you should build your marriage? It's not gonna work. It's not going to work. My way or the highway, all sort of nonsense we bring into it, and yet we feel is justified. Don't let me even go into culture. I was on a hangout today, we're talking about culture. Why the divorce rate is gone up as well? Is it women's fault for men committing adultery? I'm like, how is that possible? Everybody is responsible enough. Everybody needs to be held accountable. And then when your spouse, the best person on earth to hold you accountable, you're fighting them, you're, manipulating them. And goodness me, where does it end? Where does it all end? And yet we want the best marriage relationship ever. It's going to take work. I always say here, marriage is not for lily-livered man and woman. We all have to put all hands on deck so that we can enjoy that which we desire regarding marriage. God will really have to help us, give us wisdom, because honestly, it is sad. It is sad. Fumilola, are you back there? I don't know if you're there. I'm just trying to type our tongue twister for today. I hope my mind is fine. It's not there. I'm just looking and typing. Hopefully, I'm not typing the wrong thing. It's just a bit annoying, to be honest with you. We blame. When do we want to take responsibility? Money-minded, Mary manage monthly marriage money mindfully. Let's see. Select. So we're going to do our tongue twister. Okay, Fumilola, she's not back in there, but it's all right. I mean, we've heard enough today. More than enough. Let's go home and think more about it. Reflect on it. If you're having pressure, financial pressure, call each other down, sit it. It's never too late to start. It's a better late than never. If you have to start planning every penny, every pound now, go sit and do. But I do get it. Sometimes somebody does not want to even talk about it. Well, okay, let me try now. Let's see. Faith, good evening. I see you. Let's see. I don't know. Is it TikTok throwing you out, sake? Because it's like you've been there a couple of times. So that is our puzzle. Let's start practicing. We'll do that and then we can go and, relax a bit or go to sleep.
Hello, sis.
How are you? I'm so sorry. I've messaged you twice in my mind, only that I've not sent. I've not sent. I wanted to ask you that. Do you remember? Sorry, I'm so sorry. Do you remember the topic we discussed that day so that I can look for that?
There's no need. I just needed it for something I wanted to look
Oh,
into. But really, there's
so
no
I
need
can actually
anymore.
either download it or send it to you so you can pick what you need. Because to be honest with you, I haven't posted in God knows how long.
I know.
And
It's
I'll maybe
fine.
I'll
It's
try.
been a long day for me. I have a croaky voice now, Seth. I'm on bed.
Oh, hey, yeah,
I'm on
Pele.
bed, yeah.
I
But it's
don't
a
know if you
nice
have anything
topic
to
that we
say.
need to look into again and again.
From time
The,
to time,
the
yeah.
financial aspect of marriage. It has broken more homes than we can ever imagine. So yeah. Leslie, I met him talking and he's done a lot of justice to that. He's a good one. Well done for me. Well done.
Yeah, thank you, Sake. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please go and rest. Don't worry, hold on before you drop off
Thank
again.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you for the support. Thank you for coming, whenever you can. Really appreciate you. How is the book sale going?
Sorry.
Yeah?
Please.
How is the book sale going?
Oh, doing well.
Well done.
He's
Well
doing
done.
well.
Many,
We
many
bless
more.
God.
Many, 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 many more to come, yeah?
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
All right. So we're gonna do our tongue twister and then we can go to sleep. So I don't know who is the first taker. Let's laugh and go and sleep. We have done the one God have asked us to do. A word is enough for the wise. I just pray that, we'll find the courage to put the old us away and bring out the new that is ready to manage, the new person that is ready to build, that is ready to, confront issues instead of being in denial, and put away pride, put away, comparison, all these things we've talked about, and let God help us, because God is still the ultimate provider anyway. So if we allow Him, He will take us further. Yes, let's do this. Money-minded Mary, manage monthly marriage money mindfully. 3 times without blabbing, or let's just do 2 times. Let me be lenient with us today. Let's not put pressure. We just talked about this pressure of finance now. Let's not bring puzzle pressure to us tonight. So let's do it twice, as fast as possible, still as clear as possible. And let's see. Leslie, you want to try? Elder Kenneth, you cannot escape this one, no. Who wants to take it? Shan has dropped off. Oh, Shan, you're still there. Oh, you're number 1 in the box, actually, because you moved boxes. Shan, Elder Kenneth, Leslie, Fumi, you're still here. I know you say you have croaky voice. Relationship, no, you're here now, please. Let's do this. You guys should have been rehearsing now. I'll give us 1 more minute to rehearse a bit. We're talking about money talk. Yes? Are you ready?
I don't know. Let me try.
Just 2 times without blabbing, fast as possible.
Money-minded Mary, manage monthly marriage money mindfully. Money-minded Mary, manage monthly marriage money mindfully.
Well done, Father. Well done, well done. See, easy. At least no pressure. Just 2 times, because the 3rd time is always, Leslie. Oh yeah, now before you go to sleep. It's probably on a call. Elder Kenneth, let's hear you. A lady has bailed us, so I need a man to bail us so that we can go to
All
sleep.
right. Money mind marriage monthly marriage money mindful marriage monthly. Sorry, let me come in.
It's like you're sleeping already.
Okay. Money minding. No. What is called with my tongue?
You're making me laugh. Money-minded, manage monthly marriage money mindfully.
Money mind. Oh my God, what is going on? Money minded marriage monthly marriage. I cannot.
Elder, thank you for trying. Let me just find your ice cream so you can cool down. Well done, eh? Yeah, well done. John, you want to try? Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Money-minded Mary manage monthly marriage money mindfully. Money-minded Mary manage monthly marriage money mindfully.
Well done. Well done. You deserve that. Let's find you and two. Well done, well done. Yeah. Okay, no more pressure. Thank you all so much. Thank you for your submissions, your views, your examples, your contribution to insight today. Honestly, I appreciate every single one. Thank you so much. Shan, for your contributions. Relationship Clinic, thank you. Funmi for the support, at least, dropping one there, thank you. Leslie, thank you. Kenneth, I appreciate you. And to those who have dropped off, Lala, well, if you're still there, thank you all so much. Financial pressure in marriage is real, but it will not go away unless we learn to manage that finances such that it doesn't bring pressure or issues that eventually might break up our marriage relationship. I wish us well. I pray God will give us that wisdom we need. I pray we do away with pride. Bring the cup of understanding, unity, oneness, contentment, wisdom. Honestly, is really profitable to direct us in all things. And above all, let us table everything before God so He'll give us the right ideas, the right strategy, right for our own marriage financial situation, such that we can keep enjoying our relationship, we keep connecting and building together by the grace of God. Well, I'm going to leave it here. I'll come back again Monday by the grace of God for another interesting topic that has to do with individuals this time around, 8 p.m. UK time by the grace of God. Please, let's follow one another. Let's support one another. Check out each other's videos, what we're all about. If you like what you see, please let's support as best as we can. Do have a wonderful night rest. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll be back on Monday by the grace of God. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Future and life.
Thank you, Shan. Thank you, Kenneth. 8:13. Thank you. Thank you, Sage.
Shine to the whole world. Whole world. Light. Let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Hope inside. Inside.